kugenda hamwe na hotel Davila Kikube oranti wakupeleka nyabahana kitale ekyo ebitakusobola kubaho buli kujja bagambire Kikube yona tulina kolone wanu company era tunashosa kusaba database atokota tunashosa kusaba database they can give you a service even can host a function here in Kikube atoja kusanga ngo the first function of national content to be in Kikube but tufile muna programu yabaho muri yoki otherwise twebeta hoima some of you may just misinga mutaizire kabyo kumisinga kwa distance na boss betu akira stroke kakiro land kuru muno programu ya Kikube twateka ho kuyo programu eno Kikube munitegereza nuko kuleta HB hotel bafara kuba hoima na big hotel so you organize ile hanu so no rakura Davila betu ku HB hotel because that linkage bali ikigire as our thing. So the big hotel it up with a micro a small hotel orambo ya imu ya service za kuraki za hana Kikube mungele kurujya so atunda hiwe omurongo big bya kora bako omuraba mutapozeli linkages rondo muraba mutaregister iyo naso tafara database so atika kino kibento kwabya kora mukejanga kyeja mu Kikube cyo gamutitegereza na webyo hotel nuko kweli ahera wakataito obanira genda mu kweli abo wakataito no wali services enyuma ekyo kino then ekyagabiri tukulira mu the place the twina covid ekyo covid kagendera beka kusanga ohura kubi we have an emergency kusanga kuya boko ngo kuje mu iwaro twina our transport ya wangu then ekije kwenda kubazaho na mnono abarugire Kampala no chweke bintu orugudo runo rwa hoima kafo rukachwa kyokara abana bakwabiriza kurabamu ne bakora bribe kandi dilo twegire kimu so tuba amagezi ntingira ko so kudoro baka kumetera gamangu rugiro rukozaki rukinguiwe na mnono nyabayisira tukora kandi ngo bakabayisira musinoka then batunga accident then nengulo zinzola eza muri nenu ezimo zinakora sinungiwe ta mabona mayindi so tukwaza abantu kubegendereza kandi sibiri mugendezeho kandi ngene muri murobo hapa ora amando bantu bakasibiri so kuvugirako maya abantu tubagendera kandi na muno ababoda boda obone tuvuga bobi so ekitusa kwazaho about health and safety ya tikeso bele area issue let us know that's what I can say Kotasi so we again, I want to go through very fast this program and clear this program mugine. Tidoko? This program. The chairman of the LC5 are supposed to open this conference, but you may not know who na gamba alikuwa mwaide, but akwenda kusika someone to come and aje kusanga mo and open up this conference. By to get the US also begin isa atokera musaha ina katubora hawi so ekyo twakirinde ya ku ya kusanga then chairman of the conference which I'm sure now we are going to use other means at the conference the workshop will be open Peter Mosfet of Uganda odomukura aizana ku interview msindikire ajakuha ajakusodoraho updates na mnamuno biki elifo mafuta kujeregereza niko tumanye kugama saa zimshike kiriyo issue is national content nawe uwenyini ka petrol authority obutuma baine watu bakikube so mprogo arohaho yakati majase na aina kweteze ya kuja kwa ngeza za bikiro lero mprogo kwa mara ababesere hano elisinoka Uganda Limited niyo aina eizeba ya kigekuisha fatwageta kigekuisha development area project sinoka nayo erohano mkoka na Japan yesoboraho kana waja bana package kuko musinoka ana habwaki function ya mprogo kwa Kikube kana habwaki kwa kubele simu wenu kwa omprogo wa workshop yenu kurangu kulindego kunawa aina beta kwa na bagambira then ogo mkuru wa mara tuija kuba na consultants kuruga mu Burado. Kusana kuruga mu Burado ajja kukora introduction lundo okutwala olunyoro kati olwalibwa ekizibu lundo kwanjula omutwe guno yiteke mukunyu mubogene akuja okutwatwana kikimula kitukumanyiza kandi bize sinkejes kusema kuzikora tuta kandi watali okulintizi mukuyelegeza kandi na challenges atino mwana kuyetegereza that will mark the first session mukuyelegeza ati tujakuwa kaile katayito abukuwa pepeko peto kwena mwana abaza sinoka akabaza. No. I think this one will come later. Sorry, that will be the second session. But after Cnooc, na Petroleum Authority, we tumeyana chemani amasile kubaza. I'm sure inyo mwena kishu zanyu reactions abakuru abako zileki babalize. Kisakwa chikaguzo, bato ugetu na kutiyito utatondole kukune mnyogwa ikila ansonga mokokeni. Tuja kwa kaida hapo utatondora muno kwetora niona bigiri ukora kwa bitu bwine otulabale ekyo tujagenda association ya kabiri tuturuka mu twehindura association ya kabiri atuchakwatikira akinyina kionyine express hano tuina abakuru kurugo omafuta abatungire tenda abakusupply ngayo abamo muri inywe abanyamitigiro mu yiko mu rohana mu kubituka tubabalizeho ati kuna mugere mwe kwase tubabalete barohanu atwese abaina tenders nundi emiri mengoto mafuta mu kuyetegereza ati emiri abantu babo bajja kubagambira bo kapuza muziki na twese zabo kandi babyo bagambire biki eba kusupply mu mafuta obwo baba sobole ebyokulya biri kwetagisibwa ongegere batyo bagambire quantity wiki buli kampuni oyetwara kandi batyo bagambire quality omutindo ogwebintu ebyo ongegere ati ekyo mutakikanizaawo ati nyokwaha amagezi ngalukuba bayiwa contacts zaabo wakati tuli mukatale tu business edi wakushobe practical oragera wakubate eliki inamo element ya practical inyo mujja kutira tengana nabo pora mu group zanyu ba inyo na bali muize mu group zanyu za ababyo bulimi so na kino kirawa as a way forward maybe tingabe kirya hati kura kwebra mu twabatuta organization y'umurundi ekitu kimu kurango twakanisa bike bakwitaga na mutro bakwitaga abakuru abo rango na kuzuruze supply abakintu kikozere ekitu kikoleire ngokubagambire national supply database mchukube yora chukube district there is only one company as for last week when I asked the national supply database of Kikube atikwa ni kimalisa Kikube na betu ina mafuta alibagai kijifusha kiangwali ile tu supply ngatura rapuka nzikoraki nizigenda hawapati kurugure qualify even to apply for those standards. Mukegere
I'm here to present the Executive Director of the Petroleum Authority of Uganda who had doubt to be a part of this process, but because of other engagements he sent me to represent the authority. My name is James, and I handle national content issues, especially those that relate to capacity building and skills development. Today I know that we have different categories of people. So if you are a neighbor who can understand you fully, don't be shy to be whispering a few things. So for us as Petroleum Authority, we're a regulator. A regulator means we control everything that relates to the oil and gas sector. So ours is to ensure that whatever Cnooc Uganda is doing, they do it in line with the law. Whatever Total Energies is doing or Cnooc, they do it in a way that is acceptable, in a way that benefits Ugandans. That is what the Petroleum Authority does. It is a government institution that is responsible for regulation. But the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development, the first on your left, they are the ones who come up with the laws and the policies. They do investment promotion. In other words, there are things we shall be going downstream, which involves storage and the sale, transportation of what? Of oil. They also are responsible for giving licenses to companies like Cnooc, Ama, Oranto, and others. For Cnooc, most times people confuse Cnooc and PAU. Cnooc is also a government institution. All these three are for government. The other one, number one, is the ministry. Number two is the authority. Number three is the business arm of government. Government does business for oil and gas, and the institution responsible for it to take care of all our commercial interests is Cnooc. It's also part of government. So they also ensure that when it comes to the sale of our oil, they will be responsible for it. In terms of also being business people who are relevant to the sector, they will also be responsible for that. There are companies here, if you can see the logos. These companies, for instance, what is important for you to know is that much as we have discovered the oil in our country, and the oil is in good quantities, we have also been reliably informed that the quality of our oil is confirmed now to be very good. My brother here from Cnooc will tell you they have already finished drilling two wells. They are successfully done. Excitement is too much, and they are now drilling the third well. So it's no longer a rumor like last year. Last year we were not sure whether the oil is there, whether it is good. It's now confirmed that the oil is there, and very good oil. They finished the first well, they did the second well, and they are now doing the third well here, just here in our district. So those are the good news. So much as we know that oil is there, the government has continued to discover other places where oil is. So the company is responsible for discovery, exploration. We are still exploring which other village has oil. You might even find here there is oil. So exploration is ongoing, and Ama Energy, Oranto, VGR, and Cnooc all have licenses for exploration. Development and production is being done by Cnooc, Uganda, Total Energies, and Cnooc. Transportation will be done by Total Energies, Cnooc, and then refining and oil processing will be done by Cnooc. Now, the current status of the oil and gas sector is such that those areas, companies I was mentioning, like Ama Energy, Oranto, for instance, Ama is in Kaniwatava, Oranto is in Ngasa Deep Play, and Oranto also is in Ngasa Shallow. We also have now Kasubani, which has just been signed, which is managed by Cnooc, and then Toraco, which is being managed by PGR. These are all companies now who are still doing more exploration work. And there are still many programs that are being run. For instance, processing of the existing seismic data, acquiring new seismic data, and other things are being done. Of course, we're in the Albertine Graben, and you are very familiar because this is where you are, where the Albertine Graben is. In terms of development stage, you will note that up to 15 to 20 billion shillings are going to be invested in the sector. Now that money is more than the budget of Uganda. Last year our budget was just 44 trillion. This time it is around 47 trillion. Now when you talk about 20 billion US dollars and you multiply it with 3,700, you can confirm that that is at a range of about 70 trillion shillings. 70 trillion shillings is more than the whole budget of this country. And that explains why this sector is very, very crucial. Whereas the neighboring countries are struggling financially, you realize that our dollar is a bit stable. It is stable because of oil and what? Oil and gas. Whereas other economies are struggling, they will tell you, for the first time this year, Uganda has led all East African countries in terms of direct foreign investments. Direct foreign investment is where other people from other countries come to put money or do business in your what? Country. Now when these people come, they also pay what? Taxes. It improves on many things. Hotels like this, we start using them even when they are not complete because there is need. The roads, you will find there is a road which is going to be constructed here. If it was not for oil and gas, I don't think we would be constructing all the way from Kabale up to this town. Maybe it would be a smaller road, but because of these monies which are coming into the country, all this infrastructure work is going to continue. Of course, the refinery, we plan to construct our own refinery because we expect at least 60,000 billion barrels of oil. And of course, also for those of you who have heard about the East African crude oil pipeline project, the pipeline is to 2,011 kilometers because the whole distance is 1,000 up to 1,300 kilometers all the way from here in Kabale up to Tanga in Tanzania. And of course, this is just information we need to appreciate. The airport is not very far, so at least some of you can visit it. It is one of the biggest airports in East Africa. Once it's open, it is going to come with a lot of opportunities for us. You are all aware, with Tupu build Uganda by Uganda, it means that even in the airport, they are not going to eat pineapples from Kenya. The pineapples must come from here. The cabbages must come from here. You know, even in the airport, you eat cabbages. The onions, tomatoes must come from here. The fruits, the mangoes, oranges, the juice has to come from here. The bread, some of the hotels like this, if they get good people who can do good bread, they will be selling the bread to what? To the airport. So these are the opportunities we are talking about. In terms of in-country value retention, that's the role of Petroleum Authority, to make sure there is in-country value retention. In other words, we want to see that most of these monies I'm talking about in billions of US dollars, all this money should remain into the what? To the country. We don't want these people to come and then they take the money back to their what? Countries. So that is what PAU is responsible for. So we regulate national content. So ours is to make sure that Ugandans participate in the oil and gas sector. If we don't come here and teach you these things, you might think oil and gas is for Chinese, you might think it is for French or for other countries. For us, that's what we do. We are paid to make sure that you people benefit from this. But we're also aware that you are poor people. You are also aware that your businesses are small. You are learning to do business. And that's why we are coming here. To tell you that it is possible, you can do business. To tell you how business can be done, how you people can organize yourselves and become strong to be able to supply things of high quality. Because for oil and gas, the standard is very what? High. Everything you produce is of high what? Standards. Whether bananas, it should not be bananas that make people to suffer from stomach issues. It should be good quality. Whether it is fish, you don't just do fish the way we do ours. The standard is very high. And that explains why we come in here to see how to support you guys, to see how to teach you to be able to produce fish that can be eaten by the people who are in the camps, including your sons and daughters. Some of you have children who stay in the camp, they will tell you that the standard in the camp is 5-star. 5-star. It's at the level of Serena or Sheraton. The only difference is that these ones are temporary houses. But the standard, the way they cook, the chefs, everything, the standard is for a 5-star hotel. And to provide goods and services for these hotels, Ugandans, especially from the host communities, must be prepared